Many couples think their biggest problem is communication, but sometimes the deeper problem is this: it does not feel safe to communicate. One partner tries to share a feeling, the other becomes defensive, dismisses the concern, changes the subject, or even shuts down. After this happens repeatedly, the first partner just stops sharing. Now, the couple is not only dealing with the original problem, they are also dealing with emotional disconnection. I am Bostefa Weimi, psychotherapist and marriage coach. Part of my work with couple is to help them create an environment where both people can speak honestly without fear of judgment, rejection, or dismissal. That is what we call emotional safety. So what is emotional safety? Emotional safety means you can bring your real thoughts, feelings, fears, needs, and concerns into your relationship without feeling that it will be used against you. It means you can say, I feel hurt by what happened, or I need more reassurance from you, or I am worried that we are becoming disconnected, or I made a mistake, or I do not agree with you. And even if your partner sees the situation differently, they still remain open to understand your experience. Emotional safety does not mean that we would always agree. It does not mean you would never feel uncomfortable with some conversation. It doesn't mean you have to avoid difficult conversations. It just means you can have difficult conversations without attacking each other's dignity. You can disagree and still remain respectful. You can feel hurt and still stay curious. You can take responsibility without believing that you must defend yourself against everything your partner says. So, what does the lack of emotional safety feels like? It can feel like when you have to always rehearse your conversations before speaking. You may ask yourself, will this become another argument? Will my partner tell me I am too sensitive? Will they turn this around and make it my fault? Will they just stop talking to me? Will this be used against me later? You see, you begin to edit what you say. You don't ask for what you need. You hide your disappointment. You keep quiet just to avoid conflict. Or you wait until the frustration becomes so strong that it comes out as anger, criticism, or resentment. Some people become louder when they do not feel emotionally safe. Others become quieter. One partner may protest, pursue, question, demand answers. The other may withdraw, become defensive, or emotionally shut down. Both responses can come from the same place. That is, I do not feel safe. I do not feel understood. So what are those things that can destroy emotional safety? There are several common behaviors that slowly weaken emotional safety. Dismissing your partner's feelings. Saying, oh, you are overreacting. It's not that serious. You always make a big deal out of everything. You see, these responses just tell your partner that their emotional experience is not welcome here. You see, you do not have to agree with their interpretation to acknowledge their feelings. 2, becoming defensive. So your partner says, I felt alone when you did not check on me. But instead you responded, but I was busy. You know how much pressure I am under. Your explanation may be true, but if you give it before acknowledging the impact, what your partner will hear is your pain does not matter because I had my reasons. 3, using your partner's vulnerability against them. So your partner shares a fear or insecurity. Then during future conflict, you use that information to hurt them, to embarrass them, or to control them. You see, when vulnerability becomes ammunition, honesty becomes dangerous. 4, mocking or showing contempt, eye rolling, sarcasm, name calling, insults, speaking down on your partner. See, the issues may get resolved, but you see the emotional injury often remains. 5, when you punish your partner's honesty. Your partner tells you the truth and you respond with rage or humiliation. You see, they will begin to hide things. This does not excuse dishonesty. It just helps us to understand how the relationship may be reinforcing secrecy. 6, refusing to repair. You see, all couples will always have misunderstanding, but emotional safety is not built by avoiding to talk about such things. It is built by what you do after the mistake. When there is no apology or accountability, the injured partner may remain emotionally guarded. They don't trust you. You see, the lack of emotional safety, it can lead to emotional distance. Partners may stop talking about anything deeper than schedules, bills, children, or household responsibilities. It can also lead to loneliness within the relationship. You see, you may share a home with someone and still feel very emotionally alone. It can lead to unresolved resentment. Feelings that are not expressed do not always disappear. They often return through criticism, irritability, withdrawal, or repeated arguments. It can also affect physical intimacy. It is difficult to feel close to someone who repeatedly dismisses your feelings. So over time, the relationship just becomes a place of protection instead of a place of connection. People put up walls to protect their emotions, and this will further drive the couple apart. So how do you create emotional safety? 1. Listen to understand before responding. When your partner shares a concern, do not begin by building up your defense. Pause and try saying, so help me understand what that was like for you. Or something like, what part hurts you the most? What did you need from me in that moment? You see, your first job is not to prove your innocence. I know, as humans, our default is to prove that we are innocent. And we need to start to develop capacity to listen, to understand rather than to defend ourselves. 2. Validate the feeling. Validation does not mean agreement. It means recognizing that your partner's feelings make sense based on their experience. So you might say something like, I understand why you felt ignored, or I see how my response made you feel alone, or I may remember that incident differently, but I understand that it hurts you. Validation lowers defensiveness because your partner no longer has to fight to prove that their feelings were real. 3. Respond with curiosity. Instead of saying, why are you making this such a big deal? Ask, what makes this issue important to you? Curiosity communicates care. It tells your partner that your inner world matters to me. 4. Take responsibility for your impact. Good intentions do not erase painful impact. Don't say, oh, I didn't mean to hurt you, but you hurt me. You can say, I did not intend to dismiss you, but I can see that my response felt dismissive. You see, that statement makes room for both your intention and your partner's experience. The two things can be true. My intention was not to dismiss you, but you felt dismissed. 5. Ask what your partner needs. Do not assume that you know. Do you want me to listen, comfort you, or help you solve the problem, or even to give you some space? You see, this type of question prevents misunderstanding. Your partner may say, I just need you to understand how I felt. Good. Then, in that situation, you just listen, empathize, and offer comfort when necessary. You do not need to explain your own part. Just let it go. 6. Manage your reactions. Emotional safety becomes difficult when one person reacts with yelling, insults, threats, or even complete shutdown. If you feel overwhelmed, you can say, I want to continue this conversation, but I need about 20 minutes to calm down. Can I come back at 7:30? Then make sure you return to the conversation. Taking short breaks like that can protect the emotional atmosphere. Disappearing without explanation can feel like rejection. 7. Protect your partner's vulnerability. When your partner shares something personal, treat it with care. Do not ridicule it. Do not share it with other people without permission. Do not bring it up during an unrelated disagreement. Show your partner that their vulnerability is safe with you. 8. Repair quickly and sincerely. A good repair may sound like this. Oh, I became defensive and stopped listening. I can see how that hurt you. You were trying to tell me that you felt alone, and I am sorry. Can we try the conversation again? See, a sincere apology identifies the behavior, acknowledges the impact, and shows a willingness to respond differently. 9. Make emotional safety a shared responsibility. One partner cannot create emotional safety alone. Both people must examine how they respond when the other person becomes vulnerable. Ask each other, what helps you feel emotionally safe with me? What do I do that makes you shut down? What responses do you need when you are sharing something difficult with me? Or what can we both do differently during conflict? You see, these questions can reveal needs that have never been clearly communicated. Emotional safety is built through repeated experiences. Each time your partner shares something difficult and you respond with care, you create evidence that the relationship is safe. Each time you listen without dismissing, take responsibility and return to repair, you will strengthen trust. If you and your partner keep having the same arguments, the issue may not be that you do not know how to communicate. You just may not feel safe enough to communicate honestly. So, This is the work I do. I help individuals and couples identify their patterns and also to help them build new ways of listening, of responding, of repairing, and of reconnecting. So you do not have to wait until your relationship reaches a crisis situation. Emotional safety can be learned, practiced, and rebuilt. So start with one question today. And that question is, when you share your feelings with me, what helps you feel heard and safe? Then listen carefully to your partner's answer. So I invite you to subscribe if you want deeper relationship conversations like this. And if you need help creating emotional safety and connection in your own relationship, you can contact me to learn more about working with me. I am Bose Faweyimi, your partner in your wellness journey. So thanks for watching till the end. I would love to hear from you. What is one takeaway that you got from this video? Bye for now, and I will see you in my next video.